Yo, RX for some reason back with another recap of UFC 301. They just had to ruin it at the end, didn't they? They just had to fucking ruin it. Fine card. Like, it's actually coincidental that, yeah, this was all good. Like, this was all fine. We know what happened at the end, and I'll talk about that. But, yeah, it was a card. It was not a good one. Do I want to recap it? No. But, what the fuck? Let's just get done. Don't want to do this. Whatever. It's fucking, this can turn into a rant. I already know it. Get ready. But, before we get into the fun stuff, I guess we gotta recap some fights. So, before I do, please like, comment, subscribe. 100 subs goal by the end of the year. And unless I'm forgetting to say something, let's recap some fights, I guess. 13 fights in total. We did lose a fight on weigh-in day. This dipshit tried, for some reason, cut down to like 143. So he was actually super drained, like a dipshit. So yeah, I'm not too upset we lost that garbage, because the less William go miss this fight I have to watch, the better. So, but let's start tonight with the first fight of the night of the early prelims, as we have in the flyweight division, Alessandro Costa versus Kevin Borjas. Yeah, this is a pretty one-sided fight. Costa in round one beat him up, landed the better shots. Borjas had a few moments. He landed a nice knee, but it was pretty much the Costa show in round one. And then round two, much the same. He destroyed his leg. After a couple more leg kicks, he fell to the ground. Costa got on top, a little bit of ground and pound, and it was over. Great win for Alessandro Costa. He looked good. Costa is a top 15 level dude. He is very good. Like, fuck, I said it in the breakdown. His only L's in the UFC are to Aldo, who is probably gonna fight for the belt next, and Erceg, who just won the belt. So it's like, what? It's like, are we shocked that he's 2-2 in the UFC when you look at who those L's are? And then when you look at the two people he's beat, he's like, okay, cool, you beat those guys and you dominated them. So Costa is a really good fighter. He's going to be a top 15 level dude, I think. I think he's better than some of the guys ranked in top 15. Like, if we compare him to, let's just say, Dvorak, Madarji, Schnell, he's way better than those guys. He deserves a ranking way more than these fucking cans. So, but I made this tweet right after this fight. Think about how bright Flyweight's future is. You got Erceg, who just won the belt. You got Tatsuro, who's amazing. Tagir, who I don't think that old. He's very good. Mukayev's great. Albazi is not that old, if I'm correct. Fucking Costa, Joshua Van, who's amazing. It's a really solid division when it comes to prospects, and it's going like as Moreno gets older, as Perez is not good, as Kai gets older, as Nicolau probably gets cut soon. Tim Elliott's gonna retire someday. So division's looking bright, and Costa's one of the brightest prospects. So he's really good. His leg kicks are fucking crippling people, and fuck, he did better against Steve Erceg than Pantoja did. To talk about his opponent, Kevin Borjas, this dude's kind of just been unlucky. He's been fed to the wolves twice now. Like, what do you really want him to do on his first two fights in the UFC are Joshua Van and Alessandro Costa? Like, what do you want him to do? You've given him the toughest fucking road possible. It's that fucking meme. It's like I've given you the toughest, it's like that meme. I think the dude says, like, give me the toughest fight possible, and it's like, how are you still alive? Like, Borjas had two of the toughest debut fight, two of the toughest first fights in UFC in flyweight you can get. Josh Van, who's probably going to be a top 15 dude, if not champion someday, and Costa, who's going to be a top 15 dude. So they've kind of just been feeding him to the wolves, which I kind of feel bad for the guy since he's good. Borjas is not a bad fighter. He's just, you're not gonna beat Joshua Van or Alessandro Costa because those two for fuck's sake. So I feel bad for Borjas. He's kind of like said he's been fed to the wolves twice now. I hope they don't do it again because then he would be cut. But shit happens, man. I guess they want. I don't know why they keep feeding Borjas to the wolves, but they might do it again. I feel bad. If not, well, let's see who he fights. Because if they give him an easier fight, he'll win. He is a good fighter, but again, he just fought two better fighters. Only thing left to say now is who should they fight next for Alessandro Costa. There's some fights for him. There's definitely some fights for him. Philho's right there. Fucking Al Nascimento. I think Nascimento, Durden. Al, you could give him Dvorak. I don't know why he's even fucking ranked. There's some options for him. Since he's fighting 2-2 and he's coming off a win and then a loss before that, you could really give him a lot of guys. Like, you could even go with someone like a fucking Felipe Dos Santos, a Jesus Aguilar, CJ Vergara, fucking anyone like that. So, I don't hate a Durden fight. Like, I don't hate that fight. I think that'd be an interesting one. That's probably, like, that's the one that's I'm liking the most. So, like, Al Nascimento would be cool, but I don't even know when that motherfucker's ever gonna fight again. That should fight someone else. I forget who I said that should fight, but he should fight him. Phil Ho, yeah, I'll go Cody Durden. I think that makes a lot of sense for Costa. He should win that fight, but it would be interesting. I definitely would like to see that. So, yeah. And then for Kevin Borjas, give the dude a fucking lighter fight. Jesus, stop giving him these impossible fights. Give him Felipe Boonies or well, Bondar is probably cut by now. Yeah, give him Felipe Boonies. Like, that's an easy, or Daniel Barez. So, one of those guys, like, he deserves an easy fight. Stop giving him the hardest fight possible. Give him one of the easiest ones now. Either Boonies or Barez. Either one works. Just stop feeding him to the fucking wolves. It's sad to an extent, since he's not a bad fighter. So, yeah. But, yeah, not very much else to say about this fight. Good fight to start tonight. Costa looked great. Started the night off right for the Brazilians. And, who should they fight next? I like Costa versus Cody Durden, and I like Kevin Borjas versus, we'll go, yeah, like the Boonies or, Perez. So, Costa and Durden, why not? Makes sense. Borjas and one of those two cans, makes sense. Book 'em. Great win for Costa. The kid is really, really good. After that, we had to our second fight of the night in the lightweight division, which was as one-sided and as one-sided as one-sided can get, as we have Ismael Bonfim versus Vinc Pichel. Yeah, this went pretty much as you expected to. It was just a Ismael Bonfim ass beating. For 15 minutes, he beat the shit out of Pichel. Round 1, it was kind of competitive, but Bonfim did take over later in the round, And then for round 2 and 3, he just kicked the shit out of the old man. Like, it was not competitive at all. So it's how the fight should have went. Even though Bonfim probably should have got a finish, not getting a finish. It's like, come on, it's a 50-year-old who never fights. But yeah, Bonfim looked fine in this layup they gave him. But I'm not gonna give him too much praise because he fought a 50-year-old that never fights. So I was not that impressed, but I've seen worse. So yeah, it's a simple fight. Like I said, it's just a 15-minute ass beating. So yeah. I'll start with Ismael real quick. Like I said, not very much to say. He beat up a 50-year-old that never ever fights. So, and really, if he could make weight, this should have already happened, and then this should have been a different fight against someone who's actually like not bad. But yeah, he looked fine. Gas tank looked better. He got I think he shot a takedown instead of Pichel. He got it. Again, striking looked good. He has no fucking power. Even Pichel said that during the fight that he has no fucking power. So yeah, Bonfim looked fine. But again, how much value are you gonna put into a layup they gave him against a guy who is 41 and never fights? So he looked okay. Let's see you do it against someone who's actually good. Talk about Vinc Pichel, not very much to say. We won't see him again for about 2 years, and yeah, just retire. Like, you're 41, you're clearly not good. I don't know if I would say you're washed, but to be washed, you'd have been good at some point, which was he? Like, you beat Jim Miller, like, that's your best win by a landslide. So he's old, just retire. Like, maybe one more fight, like when he fights again in 2 years, maybe give him one more, like, then he can retire. But yeah, I don't care to see Vinc Pichel fight again. I don't care to give him a retirement fight. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, cool. I don't care. It's Vinc Pichel. I'm like, cool, just go, just retire, Gramps. Yeah, not really much else to say about this fight. Very one-sided as we predicted. And who should they fight next? For Ismael Bonfim, he's definitely not ranked 26. That's complete bullshit. They're gonna give him another cakewalk fight because after a prospect loses, you have to baby them for 25 years. So more likely he fights someone like a. Let's see, who could they give him? Who do I see them giving him? No, not seeing them yet. I'm not seeing the answer yet. Like when I see that fight, it's gonna pop out and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely the fight you do. Poor RDA all the way on that slide. Hoffa Garcia, yeah, I could see that. Hoffa ain't a bad fight. I don't hate that at all. Or yeah, Frost Ziam's right there. One of those two. I like the Hoffa Garcia fight. I think that's pretty intriguing. Yeah, Hoffa or Frost Ziam. I could see Ismael fighting. Because those are pretty. Like, he should win those fights. If you lose those, you kind of just suck. So yeah, either one of those two makes sense. I'd probably go with Hoffa. I like that fight. It'd be fun. So yeah, let's do Hoffa Garcia and Ismael Bonfim. Let's see how Bonfim does against someone under the age of 65. So yeah, not very much else to say. For Pichel, I don't care. So, like Guida, Michael Johnson, Tony, anyone along those lines would be cool. But I highly doubt that's what's gonna happen. I could see him fighting Patty any day now. What a fucking joke Patty is. But yeah, not very much else to say. Okay, win for Ismael. Let's see you do better against someone better. So yeah, who should they fight next? Like Ismael Bonfim versus I guess Hoffa Garcia, and Vinc Pichel. Tony, Guida, Miller, again, anybody who's not, anyone in the retirement home age would be nice. So, yeah. Not much else to say. Ismael did his thing. It was alright. About all I think. Next. After that, we had to our third fight of the night in the women's flyweight division, as we have two debutants. But as we have Dione Barbosa versus Ernesta Karekkaite. I think that's how you say it. That's how I remember them say it. Karekkaite. This fight is fine. I look at this fight a lot better than a lot of people do. I look at it as these are two young fighters who are going to get way better from this fight. Win, lose, or draw, they will get way better from this fight. And I think they will, because you can tell in this fight they are very green. They are definitely not, they're definitely learning on the job still. And after this, and as they fight more, they're going to get better and better, which is actually really intriguing, since they both look to be pretty good fighters right now, but they are definitely going to get better from this fight, which you love to see. To talk about the decision, because this is definitely a decision that had a lot of people talking. I think the judges got it right. That I scored it the exact same way. Round 1, Barbosa dominated, looked amazing, got to the ground, almost subbed her. That was a flawless round. Round 2 was closer. Barbosa was controlling early, but she did tire her out and end on the bottom for about 30 seconds. But I still gave Barbosa round 1. I think she did, or round 2. I think she did a little better. And then Karekkaite just kicked her ass in round 3, clear round for her. But the judges saw it how I saw it, and Barbosa got a W. I saw a few people call robbery. I don't agree. Could you score it for Karekkaite? Yes. But could you score it for Barbosa? Yes. I mean, it's not a fucking robbery. I like that. If you say if they would give it Karekkaite, I would have been like, sure, whatever. It's whoever you give round 2 to, and I gave it to Dione Barbosa. So, yeah. I think she did more. So, yeah, about all I gotta say about the fight in general. It was a fine fight. To talk about each fighter, I'll talk about Barbosa first. She looked good. Her gas tank kind of sucks. By like halfway point of round 2, she was gassed. But if she can work on that, she could be pretty good. Her striking really shocked me of how good her striking did look early in the fight. She did hurt Karekkaite, I think, twice, and her striking was definitely the most shocking part of the fight when it comes to her game, because again, she did look pretty fucking good on the feet, which again is pretty shocking, and her chin held up really nice. So, but yeah, not bad at all. Like, for a debut to look that good shit from Barbosa. Her ground game, maybe a little overrated, since you literally had your arm around her neck perfectly in round 1 and you could not finish that. But shit happens. So yeah, Barbosa looked good. And then to talk about Karekkaite, same thing I said with Barbosa. She's gonna get better. Great debut. Yeah, man, she fucking looked good. She looked good. Her striking looked good. Could have looked better. Like, I think it's funny. I think I said in the breakdown, heavy-handed is a weird nickname, since now I've seen 2 fights of her, and I don't think she's rocked either of her opponents, and she's landed a bunch of strikes. So, but I don't know. Her ground game really surprised me of how she was able to hang with Barbosa on the ground. So respect is due there. So. She looked good. 25 years old. She's gonna get better. This is her 7th fight. She's going to get better from this. She could really be an interesting fighter one day. So, to give it time. Like I said, both these two are going to get better from this. You put 2. This is pretty much a Contender Series fight, and Hell, if this was on Contender Series, I might say both should get a contract because both looked good. Barbosa looked shockingly good on feet. Kareckaite looked shockingly good on the ground. And like they looked good, and these are two young fighters who are going to one day look back on this, and when we're watching these two fight in 5 years, we're gonna look back on this fight like, oh yeah, they did get better from this. So, like, was it the highest level fight in the world? Fuck no, but it was it's a fight that these young fighters need to get better. There's literally been videos made about fighters getting better from fights like this. The main one like, I could think of some fucking Connor got better from a tough fight, and Ganu got better from a tough fight. These young fighters or inexperienced fighters who need these tough fights to get better, and I think that's what this was for these two. So these two needed a tough fight to get better, and that's what they got. To talk about who they should fight next, I think that's kind of a tough question, since I think debuting fighters always it's kind of hard to give debuting like fighters a fight idea after their debut, but I'll try to see if I can find anything that intriguing. Leonardo's right there. Like for Barbosa, you got Leonardo, who's trash. She should be able to win a fight like that. Joanna Miller, I think I brought her up last week. That's an easy one for anybody who can throw a punch. Same thing to Jar Eubanks. I don't know. I don't really know how they're going to matchmake Barbosa. I'm not seeing much. Like, I don't hate that Victoria Leonardo fight. Like, I think that's an interesting fight. Should be an easy win for Barbosa. So, and I don't think Leonardo got cut. So I know like cans like these have, but yeah, I guess Victoria Leonardo. Fuck it. And for Ernesta, actually, I think I liked the Joanna Miller fight better for her because those two just go to fucking war. So yeah, let's see Joanna Miller and Ernesta. So I'm down. Like, I don't know. Like I said, fighters coming off their debut are never easy to like book. So I don't know. But yeah, fun fight, good fight to get these two better as their careers go on, and yeah, good. It was not a robbery in the slightest. You're an idiot if you think it was. And yeah, just a good fight. So fight ideas, like I said, pretty much a pain to book. Debuting fighters coming off debut, so like the ideas I gave, I don't hate Leonardo for Barbosa, Joanna Miller, but do I even think they do those? No. But yeah, I don't know. Good fight. Barbosa looked good. Chase Hooper's sister looked good. She's built like Chase Hooper. That's a joke. And yeah, good fight. They're gonna get better from this. And now to talk about the featured early prelim. Definitely one of the bigger moments of the prelims, because wow, what a debut. As in the lightweight division, we have Mauricio Ruffy versus Jamie Mullarkey. Holy shit, this Ruffy guy is good. Like, I don't know why I'm even showing this. There was no round, no scorecard because he didn't need those. Yeah, this Ruffy guy's good. He beat the fuck out of Mullarkey for 4.5 minutes. Like, he embarrassed Mullarkey. Like, this was embarrassing to an extent. He beat the fuck out of him. Like, wow. Yeah, this was barely a fight. This looked like one dude just going in there and beating the shit out of an amateur. And that's what it fucking seemed like. Like goddamn. And Jay Mullarkey's not even a bad fighter. He just has no chin, so. Yeah, Ruffy looked amazing. He finished Mullarkey. Beautiful combination. He had a badass, like, Mortal Kombat sweep takedown. This dude looks good. This dude looked good. Definitely a fighter I'm keeping my eye on, because if you're doing this to a veteran like Jay Mullarkey, you're gonna be, what are you gonna do when you like interesting. So really interesting. I'll talk about Mullarkey first, since Ruffy's definitely a lot more to say. Mullarkey, he's getting older, his chin is getting worse, his fight IQ is getting worse, and he's just not good. Like, I don't know, he has some MMA ability, but his chin has just been fucking turned to granite at this point that he can barely take a punch anymore. So I think he should take some time off. Do they cut him? Probably not yet. But take some time off and then come back against someone who's not a striker. So yeah, just take time off, dude. You fought 4 times last year. You fucking already got your ass beat once this year. Relax, take some time off and heal up. You need it. But to talk about the star of the show, Ruffy. Wow. Yeah, that's one of the best debuts we've seen in a long time. Like, he looked amazing. He, like, flawless victory. So, yeah, he could not have looked any better. The only thing the only way he could look better if he got the finish sooner, which is insane. Like, this dude looked amazing, and he looks like he's going to be a fucking issue for people. His footwork is crazy, he has good power, kicks, like, he's going to fuck people up. Like, that Fighting Nerds gym is getting more and more talent. And, it's becoming one of the better gyms in MMA, which is crazy that, like, a year ago they were pretty much, just Caio? And then they got, like, 4 fighters from the fucking Contender Series, so, yeah. Ruffy's good. Ruffy is fucking good. And, unless I'm forgetting to say something, who should they fight next? For Ruffy, who DC called the modern, the new Connor, he does fight a lot like Connor. You saw him right into the deep end. He just beat Mullarkey in his debut. Now he fights someone else along those lines. Who would that be? Nazim would be intriguing. Guram is right there. Fuck, I would love to see him kill Patty, but that won't happen. Man, I'm not feeling any of these ideas. I don't know why, I'm just really not feeling any of those fights. Maybe I'll feel a better idea on this page. Man, I'm really just not seeing anything, like, any great ideas for him. Like, the Nazim and Guram are not bad ideas, but I doubt they want to kill those two. Joe Alvarez is right there. Well, Joe Alvarez is right there. Drew Dober's booked from what I heard. Matt Favola needs a fight, but I think he's probably getting booked soon. I don't hate Joe Alvarez. I like that fight. Like, if you could fucking... I like that. I really do like that. Yeah, I'm not seeing much else great. Like, what, you're gonna feed the Casey to him? What would that fucking do? Like, I guess Rafa Garcia is right there, but I don't know, like, after a debut like that, you need to go into the deep end. Like, that was just... fuck. Let's see him fight Joe Alvarez. That's how I look at it. Let's fucking see him fight Joe Alvarez. Like, Alvarez is one of the most underrated fighters in that division. Let's see how Ruffy does. Let's see if he's ready for a fight like that, because he looked ready. He looked very ready. Yeah, we could shut people up about this fucking guy if he ever fights. Ruffy could beat his ass real quick. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ideas. I'm leaning Joe Alvarez. He's right there. He doesn't have a fight. Ruffy, I found him right into the deep end now. Let's see how good the kid is. So, yeah, I'm gonna say Joel Alvarez. And then for Jay Mullarkey, take time off, dude. Relax. You don't need another fight right now. Relax. But yeah, amazing debut from Ruffy. One of the best debuts in a long time. And who should they fight next? I like Ruffy, I guess, against Joel Alvarez. I would like to see that. Let's see how good this guy is. 27 years old. Let's see it, man. Let's see what he can do. Not really much else to say. Ruffy is a name to keep an eye on. When we're getting close to the halfway point of the year, he looks like he's gonna be one of the best rookies of the year. Like, if he can get 1 or 2 more fights in this year, he might be the rookie of the year, because god damn, man. He's good. He's good. But, yeah, those are the early prelims. They were fine. Costa looked good. Ismael and Barbosa did their thing. Ruffy looked amazing. Those are good prelims. Early prelims. Now I go on to the real prelims, which were also not bad. As in our first prelim of the night that got moved up from the early prelims, we had a battle of veterans in the lightweight division between Drakkar Klose versus Joaquim Silva. This fight was pretty fun when they actually fought. In round 1, Klose pretty much beat up Joaquim. Silva landed a few good shots, but Klose definitely took that round pretty easily. Round 2, Klose hugged Silva against the cage for the round. Like, Silva landed 1 shot, 1 pretty nice left hook, and that's it. So Klose was clearly up 2-0 going into the third, and then in round 3, Silva came out like a house of fire. He dropped Klose, I think, twice. He locked in a guillotine, but Klose did the fall back and smack their head on the ground. It didn't work, but it looked cool. And Klose was able to survive that round and win the fight, because he was clearly up 2-0. Yeah, no bias judging here. This was the first time we really got to see if they were biased. They weren't on prelim. They were later. Oh, they fucking were later. But, no, not in the prelims. They didn't give a fuck. And they gave Klose the fight because he won. So, it was a close fight. Ha. But, yeah, it was a good fight. Like, round 2 was a waste of time, but round 1 and 3 were good. So, yeah. Well, I'm not sure what else to really expect between 2 really good veterans. For their age, they don't fight like they're fucking in their mid-30s. They fight like they're fucking in their mid-20s. Like, these 2 just don't have a lot of fucking MMA fights. Like, they have really short records for their age, and it shows with how they're still fighting at a very high level at 35 and 36. So, yeah, they both looked good. Can't really say anything bad about either guy. They just had a fun fight. They looked good. Yeah, I'll talk about Drakkar Klose first. That's 4 in a row now. He looked good in this fight. Yeah, he looked good. He was able to survive. He took some big shots. He survived. So, yeah, 4 in a row now. Definitely the best win on his win streak. And he'll probably get a ranking fight next. So, yeah, it's very, very intriguing. Very intriguing how he's 36 and you really couldn't tell how he fights. So, he's bounced back from that Dariush fight well, and now that he's actually fighting consistently, he's fighting at a good level, and he's now probably going to get a ranking fight. So, good for him. To talk about his opponent, Joaquim Silva, shit happens. Like, the same thing I said for Drakkar. The dude is 35 and you can't tell. So, he's gonna win some, he's gonna lose some. It's Joaquim Silva. He's definitely not no great fighter, but he's still good. He can still win fights, and he's going to give people problems. Because he is still a good fighter, so. Yeah, he's gonna keep giving fighters problems. Fuck, he did better against Armand than Benil or Charles did. So, what does that fucking tell you? So, yeah, he's good. He's not bad at all. To talk about who they should fight next, for Drakkar Klose, like I said, he's probably going to get a rankings fight. He called out, I think, Turner and Dariush. I don't hate the Jalen Turner fight. Yeah, that's probably the best fight for him. I really don't know who he would fight that's not ranked. Like I said, I think Dober has a fight booked for Vola. I'm probably gonna get a fight booked sooner than later. Yeah, Drakkar, Klose, and Jalen Turner. I like it. Turner coming off that stupid L to fucking Moicano. Yeah, fuck it. Turner and Klose. Let's see how that one goes. I'm definitely intrigued to see how that one would go. So let's do it. So yeah. And then for Joaquim Silva, I don't know. They have to, like, you can have him test a prospect, you can have him fight a veteran. Either one works. Like, they'll both work to different degrees. Like, you could have him fight fucking someone like fucking, Tony's right there. Again, I'm bringing up Tony again because he should fight guys his fucking age, not guys 20 years younger. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do with Silva. There's a lot of options, so we'll see what they do. But yeah, not very much else to say. Good fight. These two old men put on a banger. And who should they fight next? I like Drakkar, Klose versus Jalen Turner. And Silva, we'll see who they book him against. So yeah, not very much else to say. Let's see Klose and Turner. Let's see if Klose can get, I think, back in the rankings. I think he was ranked at one point. So yeah. After that, we head to our second fight of the prelims in the we staying in the lightweight division for a very fun fight that just showed how good these two are. As we have Myktybek, Orolbai versus Elves, Brener. What a great fight! These two just had a banger. Round 1, Orolbai just dominated. Round 1 and 2, Orolbai dominated. Like Brenner's the only thing Brener did in the first 2 rounds was for about 20 seconds. In round 2, he ended on top, and like he did not win that round. So going into round 3, Orolbai was winning. He did gas though. He did gas, and Brener did do some good work. Orolbai did get a point taken for grabbing the cage once by his ass reffing. So it looked like it was going to be a draw. But with like 5 seconds left, Orolbai landed a shot that dropped Brener. That gave him round 3. And Orolbai won the fight 29-27. All the judges got it right. Good job. Orolbai is now 2-0. What a fight. Like I said, this just showed how good these two are. Like, these two can easily be ranked guys, and they're fucking fighting on the prelims. Like, they're good. They're both really good. I'll talk about Orolbai first because he looked great. Like, outside of him gassing out, he looked great. Like, now back down at his weight class at lightweight, he looked good. His striking looked good. Power looked good. Ground game looked good. Again, his gassing just looked a little off, but, you know, that's what happens when you fight at a high pace against Elvis Brener, no less. So, yeah, he's going to be an interesting prospect in this division. He looked really good. So, and he's only 26. He's going to get better. He's going to be an interesting prospect to keep an eye on, man. He's good. He's going to be a name. Like, Myktybek Orolbai. Definitely a name to keep an eye on. He's good. I'm not very sure what else to say. For Elvis Brener, he's good too. Like, he's a great fighter also. His second L in the UFC since he clearly lost to Hugov. This dude's good. He's going to give people a lot of challenges because he won't quit. He's not... good luck finishing him ever. Because he's good. He's tough as nails. He's like Charles. You're not gonna fucking make him quit. He's not as good as Charles when it comes to skill. His ground game is not the best. His striking is not great. His cardio kind of sucks. But he's good, man. He's a tough motherfucker who's going to test you guys. That's why he beat Guram. He broke him. He was still there when Guram was done. So Brener's really good. He's gonna get better. Second L in the UFC, and he'll get better from this. So simple as that. Only thing I have to say is who should they fight next? For Orolbai, now back down at lightweight, his weight class. There's some options for sure. Some interesting options. A lot of options. Lightweight's just so fucking deep that you can fucking pick anyone pretty much and find a good fight for them. Jordan Levitt's interesting. See him fight another wrestler. Mark D. Casey. You got Clay Guida is always there, but I really don't want to see that. Michael Johnson. Jim Miller. How he could fight Joe Alvarez. There's a lot of names for him. I don't hate the Levitt fight. I think that's a decent option for him. Nicholas Moda. That's a lot of really good options. Lightweight's just such a pain to fucking pick. It's like, Jesus, man. Jesus. I like the Jordan Levitt fight. I guess I'll go for that for right now. Maybe I'll change my mind. But for right now, I like that Jordan Levitt fight. I think that's a very intriguing fight. I'm not really seeing anything else I love. So, again, Hoffa's always there as an option. But, I don't know. Brad Riddell's always there. Guram, Faraz Ziam. There's always options, but I don't know. We'll see what they do with Orolbai. But I like the Jordan Levitt fight the most out of all the ones I've said. So, yeah. And for Elves Brener, just take some time off, get better, come back. There's a lot of options for him when he does. He could fight, adding Trevor Peake would be fun, Charlie Campbell would be fun, Janal Hashmuz, fucking Rashate. Book him in fun fights, man. Naro, Aliev, there's so many good fights for him. So just book him in bangers. So, yeah, really good fight. These two just showed how good they are. And, yeah, who's safe fight next? I like Orolbai versus Jordan Levitt. And for Brener, we'll see. I did not really see any great ideas for him, let alone I barely saw one for Orolbai, so yeah. But yeah, good fight. See what's next for these two great prospects. And after that, we had to our third fight of the prelims, a fight that was so predictable it's not even funny, and it was sad more than anything. As in our third fight of the night in the strawweight division, we have Iasmin Lucindo versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Yeah, this was just elder abuse. If you want me to be honest, this was just elder abuse, man. This was just for 15 minutes. Iasmin beat the shit off Karolina. It was never close. I don't even remember Karolina even winning a minute. She was never on. Maybe she had 30 seconds of control time, and I don't even know if that's fucking true. She never had any fucking chance on the feet. She never had any chance on the ground. The commentators even said, where the fuck is Karolina gonna win? On the feet, she's so outclassed. On the ground, she's outclassed. She had no way of winning this fight. They literally just gave Iasmin a fight where she's fighting someone who's worse in every aspect of the game. And she's 30, and she's 16 years fucking younger then. So, they kind of fucked Karolina, if anything, because they gave her a fight that was not winnable. How, on paper, if you break down their skill set, where does Karolina win? Even a prime Karolina does she really give Iasmin a fight? Probably not. So, this is sad. I feel bad for Karolina that she got fed to the wolves here, because she was on a nice 4-5 winning streak, yeah, versus bad fighters. But shit, it was a 4-5 winning streak at 38 years old at strawweight. You could have at least had it end to Angela Hill or Jillian Robertson, a veteran. But, whatever. Not I don't know. I'll talk about KK first, since, again, I do feel really bad for her. She got fucked here. She got fucked over. She was on a hot streak, and the UFC just pissed on that fire. So, yeah, should she retire? Probably. 38 years old. But, she'll keep going, man. Karolina's gonna keep going till the wheels fall off. Maybe she'll get one more fight in. Like, if they ever do a card in Poland, that'd be badass. Or, I don't know, like, one more time, I think she should fight. But against a veteran, again, a veteran, not against a prospect that's gonna kick her ass. So, yeah, I don't know. She looked good. She looked good on that winning streak, but that shit came to an end real quick. So, I feel bad for Karolina. To talk about Iasmin Lucindo, she looked amazing. Literally for 15 minutes, she looked flawless. Her striking, great. Her ground game, great. Her gas tank, great. She could not look any better. Like, who would have thought that this time 2 years ago, fuck, she wasn't even in the UFC, let alone after her debut, she'd be ranked. Before Yasmin Halagoui, might I add. Like, that Yasmin fight, ever since then, she's just been on a fucking tear. Ripped through Brogan Walker, as you should. Destroyed Polyana Viana, as you should. And then just ripped through Karolina. Like, it took 3 fights since her debut to get ranked, and now she's in the top 15. So, respected Iasmin Lucindo. Like, again, Yasmin Halagoui is fucking pissed right now. So, yeah, respect to Yasmin. 22 years old and she's ranked. That's insane. She's good, man. She's an issue. Like, good. Like, I want to see who's going to give her a fight because she's good everywhere. You're good luck beating her on the feet. Good luck beating her on the ground. She has good cardio. Let's see who's going to give her a fight. Because now she's in the rankings. She's going to be fighting the best of the best. Let's see what the best has for her. So, yeah, only thing left to say now is who should they fight next? For Iasmin Lucindo, now in the top 15, who could she fight? Most of the people around her are booked. You got Jillian's booked against Michel. Angie is booked against Pinheiro. Ricci is booked against Torres this next week. Hebos, I don't see him do that. Lupi. Yeah, Lupi Godinez is right there. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's do Lupi Godinez and Iasmin Lucindo. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, why not? I don't see a problem with that. Right now, like, as of right now, since, again, everyone around Iasmin and Lupi are booked, the next person who ain't booked is Hebos, and I think that's a big jump up for Iasmin. Plus, who knows what weight class Hebos is going to fight in this week. So, I guess Dern is right there also. But, I doubt Dern takes that fight. Most likely they're going to do this fight. I wouldn't be too shocked about. But, for Iasmin Lucindo, Lupi Godinez. A fight where I think she wins pretty easily with how fucking 50-50 Lupi is. So, yeah. And then for Karolina Kowalkiewicz, there's some options. I don't think they're in the rankings. But I think there's options. Give her like, well, she just fought. Fuck. If Tisha Torres wins, you could do that. Like, I'm trying to fuck who's like old. Like, fuck, you should have fucking had you should have had Ricci fight Iasmin as fucking Karolina welcomes Tisha Torres back. But no, you got fuck over Karolina. I don't know who Karolina fights next. Polly, maybe, but why would you give Polly a ranked fight? I don't know. Let's see what they do with KK, because I feel like it's gonna be sad. So, let's see what they do, man. I feel bad. But, yeah, not very much else to say. Great performance by Iasmin Lucindo. The younger they get, the better they're getting, it seems, in MMA. So, 22 years old, now in top 15. Let's see how far she can go. Yeah, only thing left to say now is who should they fight next. I like Iasmin Lucindo versus Lupi Godinez. And for Karolina, I hope they don't give you too hard of a fight, because that's bullshit. So, yeah, great performance by Iasmin. Let's see her fight Lupi. And, yeah, great performance. And now for the featured prelim, maybe the weirdest stoppage of the night. Very, very odd. A first in that I've ever seen. As in our featured prelim, we have in the featherweight division, Joe Anderson Brito versus Jack Shore. Round 1, Brito just dominated Shore against the cage. He kicked the shit out of him. He punched him. He grappled him. He dominated. In round 2, much of the same. Eventually he did land more leg kicks, one of them landing right on the front of Jack Shore's shin that cut it open badly. And after it started bleeding really badly, the referee asked the doctor to come look at it, and they called the fight off. It was that bad of a cut and an injury and all that. So, yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen a doctor stoppage by leg cut. Like, do I get it? Not really, but I guess I get it at the same time. Like, if it is bad enough, like, I guess they said his leg could be really fucked up, which it probably was, but still, it's like, it didn't seem like it bothered him. He's walking just fine. You probably should let the fight go. So, I don't know, I feel a little bad for Shore. I feel like he could continue. He's probably going to lose anyway, because he's losing that second round. It just seemed like Brito had him, but, I guess the doctor called a stop to that shit. So, yeah, the only reason I'm okay with it mainly is because Brito was winning. If Shore was winning and they pulled that shit, that'd be bullshit. Or if it was a close fight, then yeah, that's bullshit. But since Brito was winning, it's like, okay, I guess it could have been worse. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for Shore a little bit, because I do feel like he got fucked. Like, what if he would have pulled off the upset, comeback, whatever. But, shit happens. God, you can't fucking just bleed from your leg like that. So, yeah. But, yeah, good fight. And, I'll talk about I'll talk about Jack Shore first. Shore, like I said in the breakdown, I just don't see him getting better. Did he look better in this fight? Not really. He threw a couple more punches. He barely connected them. I don't think he's getting better. I'm not seeing him get better. He's been in the UFC now for a long time. He's not improving. His striking is still pretty bleh. Like, it's just not, I don't see Jack Shore striking. I'm like, oh wow, he's getting better, or wow, and all he can do, like, I'm just not seeing Shore get better as a fighter. Maybe that's just me, but I'm not seeing it. He's still the wrestler who can barely strike, that we saw lose to Ricky Simone 2 years ago, that we've seen had close fights with fucking Timur Valiev. Like, I just don't think he's improving as a fighter. Like, maybe he looked a little better in this fight, but not enough to actually make it competitive, because all he was doing is getting hugged against the cage and getting kicked in the leg. So, I don't know. I was not impressed by Shore's performance here. I didn't see him. I did not see unimproved fighter. I saw a guy who pretty much been the same since 2019. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. To talk about the opponent, Joanderson Brito, 5 in a row now. This dude's good. This dude's really good. His striking's good. His ground game's good. His cardio looked solid. He's good, man. He's a top 15 level guy, and he deserves that top 15 fight already. You can't fucking give him another unranked guy. 5 in a row, beating JSP and Jack Shore back to back. Fuck, he beat Andre Fury to start the fucking win streak. So, he's good, and he deserves that ranking fight that he's been calling for, 3 times now? Give him Dan Ige already. Fuck it. Stop fucking wasting time. Let's see him fight Dan Ige already. He's called it. He's called Ige out 3 times. Let's do it. Let's finally do it. Let's see how long Ige can keep this bullshit up of winning every time he fights an unranked guy. Cause that's just annoying. So yeah, let's fucking finally see Joanderson Brito fight Dan Ige. It's like, Jesus, man. But yeah, not really much else to say. Besides, who should they fight next? Like I said, Brito should fight Dan Ige. I'm pretty sure Dan Ige does not have a fight booked. He doesn't. Brito's been calling for that fight for over a year now. Let's get it done already. And then for Jack Shore, heal up and fight. Who would be a good fight for him? JSP, coming off 2 L's now. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Pat Sabatini. Like, it'd be interesting to see him fight one of these wrestlers. Darren Elkins would be intriguing. Yeah, I like the Darren Elkins fight. I think that'd be really intriguing, actually. Yeah, let's go Jack Shore and Darren Elkins. Actually, more thing, but whatever. Darren Elkins or JSP, I'll say. If they book Elkins and Shore, I don't hate. But either I like the JSP fight or or the Darren Elkins fight. So either one of those two work, in my opinion. But yeah, not very much else to say. Good win for Brito, even if it's a really questionable one. And yeah, who should they fight next? Finally, just do Brito and Ige already. And for Jack Shore, Darren Elkins or JSP. So, not very much else to say. Good one for Brito. Can't give him that Ige fight already. So those were the prelims. They were fine. No bad fights. Like I can't really look at any of these fights and call them bad. The worst we had was meh. Like we had really good, meh, great, really fun, kind of sad. Not bad. It was good. It was a good prelims. Not much else you can ask for. Now we go on to the main card, which was not bad. Not bad at all. When the first 3 fights went under were barely 10 minutes. If they were even 10 minutes, you can't complain. So yeah. But yeah, let's start the main card with the main card opener, which was as funny and predictable as those two things can get. As we begin the middleweight division with Caio Borrello versus Paul Craig. Where do I start? I want to start by saying Paul Craig is a pathetic excuse for a fighter. He's not a fighter. He can't fight. He's a bona fide scrub. He can't fight. Like, he sucks. He's one of the worst on a roster. He can't throw a punch. He has 2 fucking things at his ability. He can throw a shitty body kick. That's all he did last night. And he can lay on his back like a bitch. Because all he can do is throw up a lucky submission and sometimes gets it. He's not good. He will never be good. He sucks. He's one of the biggest jokes on the roster for a reason. He can't fucking fight. To recap what happened in the fight, Caio beat the shit out of him. Paul Craig shot his shitty takedowns, because he has shitty takedown entries also. Caio just said no. It stood up, made him stand up, and they were striking. Caio beat the shit out of him in round 1. He beat the shit out of him in round 2 until he hurt him and knocked him out fucking cold. That's what he fucking deserves. Learn how to fight, you fucking coward. You have to do more in a fight than lay on your back and throw body kicks. You actually have to throw a punch, which Paul Craig, I think he threw 1 punch. And that weird thing, he actually connected and it looked like a good punch. Like, it's like it burns his fucking skin to actually fight. He's such a little bitch, he can't fight. He's so scared. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. How bad are you? That you're, like, and I'll talk about Craig Fair. You've been in the UFC for how long now? For close to this is your 8th year in the UFC. And you've never improved? Oh, no, my bad. You learned how to throw a body kick. My bad, bro. You learned how to throw a shitty body kick. Wow. Like, fucking hell, man. Like, just the same bullshit with you. If we take away lucky submissions, because that's all you can do, you will never want to fight. Oh my bad, you beat Andre Muniz, who's trash. Like, he's terrible. He's a pathetic excuse for a fighter. Like, he makes Marab look like fucking Anderson Silva. Like, at least Marab does something. Like, Paul Craig lays on his back and hopes you put yourself... Like, the only way Caio would have lost last night if he put himself in a fucking arm triangle. Or a guillotine, like Petrino did. Like... Why is this dude in the UFC? What has he done to warrant staying in the UFC? He sucks. He's not good, and he never will be. Fucking, he's a bona fide scrub. To talk about Paulo Costa's son, he looks great. Like, we saw, he's getting better in the striking department. Second fight in a row, we have seen him win on the feet. He looked good. Yeah, he looked good. Can't really, say much else. His striking looked good. He has good power. He flatlined Paul Craig, which will always be a W. He looked great. I don't got much else to say. Like, we didn't get to see his ground game because it was the easiest game plan of his career. Don't go to the ground, dipshit. He didn't. Good job. Simple. So, yeah, he looked great. Caio looked great. 31 years old, climbing the rankings. Dude's good. This dude's really fucking good. He doesn't know Jared Cannonier's booked in a fight, but you know, shit happens. Yeah, not very much else to say. Besides, who should they fight next? For Caio, again, he called out Jared Cannonier, even though, unless I'm wrong, Jared is booked. Yeah, he's fighting Imavov in, where the fuck is that fight taking place again? In Kentucky. So, that leaves Caio, like, that fight wouldn't have happened anyway, but now that leaves Caio with a question mark. Who could he fight? Fluffy just pulled out of his fight with Lodze, so that's definitely an option. I don't think anyone has stepped in for that yet. No. So that's right there. It's pretty much, I would say, one of these two, cause, like, neither of them are booked. I think Lodze, because I think Hermanson should fight someone else. I'll talk about that in a moment. But, yeah, I think probably Lodze, because everyone else above Lodze is booked or does not make sense. So, as much as I would love to see this meme fight, Costa's booked. So, like, again, and you could do Fluffy Hernandez, but I think he's injured, and I doubt he'll be back anytime soon. So, yeah, it's Hermanson or Lodze, and I'm gonna go Roman Lodze. So, yeah, let's go. I think Caio should beat up Lodze real quick, because he easily will. So, yeah. Football Craig, don't care, fuck him, cut him. Yeah, that's about all I gotta say about this fight. Caio looked great. Paul Craig should never fight again. Well, should never. I don't want to call him a fighter, because that's disrespecting every other fighter in the UFC. So, every other real fighter in the UFC. So, he should never throw body kicks and lay on his back again, because that's all he does. So, yeah. Yeah, but great performance for Caio. Looked great. He's getting better on the feet, which is good to see. And I think he should fight Roman Lodze next. I think that makes the most sense. So let's do it. Great performance by Caio. Let's see him beat up Lodze. After that, we get to our second fight of the main card, staying in the middleweight division, and this one as predictable gets. As in our second fight of the night, we have Michel Pereira versus Ihor Potieria. This could not win anymore as predicted. Long story short, Pereira dropped Ihor. He did his backflip. Then when Ihor got up, he locked in a guillotine, a standing guillotine, and he tapped. So, yeah, 54 seconds. Easy win for Pereira. This dude at middleweight's a problem. No, I'm not going to talk about the knee thing because there was nothing to talk about there. I'm not the UFC who has to extend a pay-per-view for 25 minutes of talking about nothing. So, yeah. Yeah, man, Pereira's good. Michel Pereira at middleweight's good. Like, he's fought for less than, 3 minutes in his first 3 middleweight fights. Like, he should have been in this weight class the whole time. If he would have been in this weight class the whole time, who knows where he would have been right now. But he's only 30, so he still has time. Yeah, like, a more bulked up, not killing himself to make welterweight Pereira is scary. Like, we know he has good power. His ground game's good. This dude's good. He deserves to get in the rankings already. So, like, why he was not at middleweight this whole time, I'll never know. Like, I get he won that height and all that advantage at welterweight, but it clearly hurt him. Like, not even. He only lost once. And he won this fight. I don't care. Like, he won that fight. He only lost once because he fought like a dipshit. So, he's good. He's good, and I think he's going to fuck shit up at middleweight. Do I think he's going to be champion or top 5? Probably not. But he could be a top 10 dude. Like, put him in the top 10, put him in the top 15 right now. Yeah, I think he beats a lot of guys. Like, I'll be honest. Let's see who, he beats him. Probably him. That would be intriguing. Easily. Him. That'd be intriguing. That might be a tough one, because he'll just get taken down. No point in talking about that. Loser. That'd be tough. Easy. Yeah, he beats most guys. Strickland would be interesting too. So yeah, Pierre's good, man. Michel Pereira is really fucking good. And let's see him get in those rankings already. No, I'm not going to talk about Ihor Potier, because fuck him. It's comedic. It's pure karma that he got fucked up right after Shogun won the Hall of Fame. Karma's a bitch. So, who should Michel Pereira fight next? I brought him up a second ago. Jack Hermansson. Why not? No one else for him to fight. It's either, Hermansson or Chris Curtis. Why would he fight Chris Curtis? So yeah, let's go Jack Hermansson. Jack does not have a fight right now. I don't know who he would even fight. The only way you don't do Caio, Delazze, and Pereira Hermansson is if you do this fight. Oh no, never mind. That fight happened. But no, yeah. Feed Jack Hermansson to Michel Pereira. That's what I would do. I think that's what they're probably gonna do. So yeah. Or you do Caio Hermansson and you do Roman versus Pereira. Either way, whatever. But I would do Hermansson and Michel Pereira. I said that after the last fight Pereira had. So let's do that. So yeah, another great performance by Michel Pereira. This dude's just running through middleweights like they are nothing. Let's see him run through Jack Hermansson real quick. So yeah, not very much else to say. 3 in a row for Pereira. He's looking better and better. This dude's an issue. Let's see him fight Jack Hermansson. Nothing else to say. After that, oh Christ, fucking goddamn it. After that, we head to our third fight of the main card, a complete clown show. As we head to light heavyweight division for a fight between Anthony on paper Smith versus Vitor Petrino. Well, we got our first fraud check in a while. It feels like it's been a long time since we got a fraud checking, but I think we probably got one last week or some shit. But yeah, not much to say here. They did some striking. Smith landed some leg kicks, but even though Petrino was doing good on the feet, eventually Petrino shot in a takedown. He took Smith down, got guillotined, and that was that. Yeah, we got our first fraud check in a while. Not gonna say much about either. Not gonna say much about this fight. For Petrino, you got fraud checked by Anthony Smith. You suck. Yeah, this dude sucks. Not much to say. He had 15 minutes of fame. He beat 4 cans, and then you lost to Anthony Smith in 2024. It's shaking my head. For Anthony Smith, on paper, he's the greatest to ever fight, man. Simple as that. Well, on paper, he's better than everyone. And in reality, he still sucks. Like in his post-fight, he said, oh, "I guess I'm not that old." No, dude, you're old. You just fought a can. So yeah, yeah, not very much else to say. Who should they fight next? For Anthony Smith, you gotta have him fight Bogdan Gushkov. I don't care what anyone says. You have to do that fight. The memes are right there. Damn it, Gushkov, Smith, do it. We want to see it. The fans want it. That we need it. Let's see who's the real Anthony Smith. Let's fucking do it, man. For the memes. That could be a Fight Night main event for all I care. We just need to see it. So, yeah, let's do it. Anthony Smith and Bogdan Gushkov. Who's the real Anthony Smith? No, I don't care who Vitor Petrino fights. So, yeah. Quick fight. Quick fraud checking. Petrino's done. Don't care when he fights again. Go back to fighting fucking tomato cans in the Apex. As Anthony Smith goes and fights his evil twin Bogdan Gushkov. No, yeah, not much else to say. You better book Anthony Smith and Gushkov, you motherfuckers. And yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. And now for the main event, I wish it was. For the co-main event of the evening, wow, he's back and better than ever. In the co-main event of the evening in the bantamweight division, we had the King of Rio, Jose Aldo Jr. versus Jonathan Martinez. Wow, Aldo looked better than ever. Like, he went to the fountain of goddamn youth and it's fucking wow. For 15 minutes, Aldo beat the shit out of Martinez. Martinez never really got in the fight. He had a couple moments, but moments is all they were, because Aldo beat the shit out of him. Simple as that. I feel bad for Martinez. It definitely looked like he got starstruck fighting Aldo, but in the same breath, I think Aldo just beat the shit out of him. So I don't know. I think I don't want to. I've not seen anyone shit on Martinez, but I guarantee you people probably are, which is stupid. But yeah, Aldo looked great. This is the best Aldo has looked in a long time. Like, this is the best Aldo has looked since what, the Font fight? Hell, I think he looked better in this fight than he did in that one. So yeah, he looked great. He looked fucking amazing. And I'm happy. Like, I'm in a way I'm happy Aldo did not get beat up here. Like, he looked great. He could not look any better. Like, I don't even know what to say. He's just building on his legacy every day. So, hell, you see right here, I already have him ranked 8th all time. If he can fuck a couple more wins, fuck, who knows what he can do. But yeah, it's cool to see Aldo back. I guess he's not retiring. I guess he's probably gonna fight again. I think we know what fight they have to do. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, good for the King of Rio. Good to see him back. Too bad he can't get a real crown. He has one he stole from like a fucking kid's birthday party. Dude, you couldn't not just ask Ryan Garcia for like one of those real sized crowns. You gotta use some baby one. Come on. Talking about Jonathan Martinez real quick. I feel so bad for this kid. Like, he was on such a nice winning streak, on fucking fire, ripping through everyone. And now he just got his ass beat on pay-per-view by a 37-year-old coming back from retirement. Fuck. I feel so bad for the dude. I know people are gonna turn on him, which is bullshit. But yeah, like, Martinez is still great. He's gonna bounce back, and when he does, people are gonna fucking, I guarantee in his next fight he's gonna be the underdog. And people are gonna fucking count him out, and when he probably wins, well, don't be shocked. Martinez is really fucking good. He just fought a fucking Aldo who came out the fountain of goddamn youth. Plus, again, I think he got starstruck to an extent. So, because he just looked like he was respecting Aldo too much. His coach, like, Mark Montoya said that in between rounds to him. Like, you're fucking respecting him too much. Like, fight him. And when he actually did fight him, he did not look bad. But by the time he actually started fighting him, he was already losing round 2, or he was already down 2-0 in round 3. So, I don't know, I feel bad for the kid. I hope he bounces back. I think he still is really good. He just fought he fought the King of Rio, man. Can't say much else, man. Good for Aldo, but now we gotta talk about the future and who he's gonna fight next. There's one fight you do. There's one fight you do. Give us this fight. Aldo, Cruz, whenever, wherever, book it. We want to see Aldo and Dominic Cruz. That's the fight that should have been on this card, but I think Cruz was hurt or whatever. Give us Jose Aldo versus Dominic Cruz. That's the fight everyone wants to see. That's the fight everyone needs to see, I feel. And that's the fight we want. Give us Cruz and Aldo. We want it. Do it. Just a double retirement fight. Let the greatest bantamweight of all time retire, fighting one of the greatest featherweights of all time. Give us that fight. Please. Then for Mr. Johnson Martinez, I think Ricky Simone is booked in a fight. Yeah. Mario Bautista? I don't know. Bautista or, yeah, I guess Batista. He don't got a fight right now. But nah, never mind. Batista should fight fucking Rob Font. I think. Oh, no. Yeah, no, yeah. Martinez and Batista. Kyler can go fight Rob Font. But yeah, let's do Martinez and Mario Batista. And I might, so if they did do that fight, I might be wrong about Martinez bouncing back, because that's a tough fight that I don't know if he actually will win, so. But that's the fight they should do, so, yeah. Those are 2 fights they should do, and both fights that I want to see really badly. I want to see one more than the other, but, you know. Let's hope they don't do the stupid fuck thing, and they do the thing that we actually want to see, so, yeah. But, yeah, great to see Aldo back. He looked great. Got a W. You love to see it. And who should they fight next? We need Jose Aldo versus Dominic Cruz. And, yeah, let's do Johnson Martinez and Mario Bautista. Aldo and Cruz, we need it. Martinez and Batista, let's see it. Not much else to say. The King of Rio's still kicking. He still got it. Oh, how am I going to talk about this? The main event. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. No, I'm not. I don't even want to show the pictures. I'll talk about this. I don't even want to see the pictures. Steve Erceg got fucking robbed, and we all know it. He got fucking robbed. We don't need to lie. He won bare minimum the middle of the fight. He won 2 through 4. He won 5, but people want to fucking pretend smelling Erceg's dick for 5 minutes counts as something. No, Erceg won that fight. I don't care what anyone says. Pantoja's fucking trash, and fuck him. He's not the champion. Steve Erceg is the fucking champion. Judging is such a fucking joke now. It's annoying. Like, it's the most rigged bullshit in the UFC. Cause either if the judges were just fucking stupid, fine, say it. Like, all I would ask these judges are you either you're stupid or you can't, or you're biased. Which one is it? Like, if you say you're fucking stupid, that's fine. We know. Trust me, we fucking know. But if you're biased, then that's a different story, because you're a piece of shit. We know why Pantoja got handed this win. Because it was in fucking Brazil. If this was anywhere else in the fucking world, they would have probably gave it to Erceg, because he won this fight. But the fucking bullshit biased judges in Brazil fucking had to give Pantoja, even though he did not win this fight in the slightest. It's annoying how many robberies we're getting in title fights. If this just had, like, robberies in non-title fights in the Apex or some shit, okay, they're annoying, shit happens. In fucking title fights that changes everything, it's the worst. Just this year, we had Sean Strickland to begin the year. We know why that happened. We don't even need to go into that. And now Steve Erceg, which we know why he got robbed, is in Brazil. And then, my god, I could name 60 more. Reyes, Volk, Talia Santos. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. How long are we going to just let judges fuck shit up? In Apex cards, fine. Apex cards then don't fucking matter, cool. But in title fights where everything matters, history will be changed forever, you fuck over a guy who clearly won the fight, fuck you. Fuck you. This guy is the UFC flyweight champion. He won that fight easily, and fuck Pantoja. Fuck Brazil. Stop going there. The crowd sucks. The judging sucks. Stop going there. Yeah, they fucking were disrespectful to Glover. Apparently they were leaving after the Aldo fight, as they should. Fuck going there. Fuck those biased assholes who are going to fuck over the guy who clearly wins because their boy is the fucking Brazilian. Fuck that. Erceg won this fight. We know it. They know it. The idiots who want to pretend he didn't win are just fucking whatever the judges say. Oh, I care about grappling that much. No, you fucking don't. Damage. Okay. Sometimes damage matters. No, not in this fight, because if damage mattered, holy shit, Erceg should got a 10-8 in these rounds. What did Pantoja do? If someone wants to explain to me how how Pantoja won this fight, I'm all fucking ears. Because all I saw for 4 rounds is Pantoja run forward, kind of get takedowns, and get beat up. That's all he did for 4. He won round 1, no doubt. He did not win round 2 through 5. And even if you want, fine, if you want to give him 5, I think you're stupid. But fine, Erceg won 2, 3, and 4 handily. It's bullshit. I feel so bad for this dude. Apparently he's like fucking. He's disappointed and he's annoyed at himself. Don't be Erceg. Don't be pissed at yourself, dude. You won that fight. We know it. You know it. You got robbed. You were in fucking Brazil. You were in no matter what you did in that fight, you were not winning that belt. You could have knocked him out fucking cold. It's bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Fuck Pantoja. Fuck the UFC. Fuck going to Brazil again. Stop it. Stop it. If you do another Brazil card, every fight has to be Brazilian versus Brazilian. Because that's the only way you won't get fucking robberies. Because these guys... Well, no, my bad. If you do a title fight, you have to Brazilian and Brazilian. Because that's the only way you won't get fucking bullshit. I'm proud of the judges for not being biased on the fucking prelims. They easily could have in a couple fights. But no, they actually scored it very down the middle, which I respect. And then for the Aldo fight, they didn't have to be biased. He easily won that fight. Erceg easily won that fight, and he got fucked over. Fuck the UFC, and fuck Pantoja. Albazi, go win that belt, because you're clearly next up. Just don't fight in Brazil, because no matter what you do, you can't win, so... Fuck the UFC. Boom. That's the card. How did I do on picks? After my great rant, I went 11 of 13, 6 perfect, whatever more points that would be. The only 2 I got wrong were Martinez and Petrino. He got starstruck, and he sucks. So, yeah. The bonuses, performance bonus to Pereira, Caio, Ruffy, and Costa. You could give Aldo a bonus. I'd been down to see that. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't disagree with any of the bonuses. Erceg should have a performance bonus since he won that fight handily. But, shit happens, don't it? Shit fucking happens, I believe. So, yeah, I'm trying to think, what do I want to... Yeah, this will be the last thing, yeah. This is what we'll show. Because, fuck that. I don't know, I'm pissed off. Fuck the UFC for that bullshit they pulled. So, yeah. Whatever. Bullshit. I don't know what I expect anymore. Like, I literally, during the fight I knew they were gonna rob Erceg, and it's bullshit, so, whatever. I feel bad. But now we chug on to the next one, which is UFC St. Louis and Nascimento. God, I don't give a shit about that shitty card. Yeah, you'll hear me break that down Friday 1 p.m. EST, and you'll hear me recap it sometime on Sunday. Let's see how many robberies we get, because I think we have Buckley and Charles Johnson on the card. That there's the St. Louis hometown boys. I wonder if a judge will actually be fair, because in America, they might actually be fair and score the fight for the other guy if he clearly wins, but because their fighter don't suck. Like Buckley's actually good. He might not need to get handed a robbery, unlike Pantoja, who's a joke of a fighter. But you know, Pantoja and Drakkar can hold on to their paper belts they never won. So that's cool. That's really cool. Whatever. I don't know. I'm pissed off. Even less than 24 hours later, I'm still pissed off. It's just I don't care about it. I care about fighters getting robbed. I don't care about my pick. I don't care about that shit. I care about fighters getting robbed of a title they earned. That's what I fucking care about. So, enough rambling. Unless I'm going to say something, again, you'll hear from me Friday 1 p.m. EST for UFC St. Louis breakdown. And unless I'm forgetting to say something, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. 100 subs goal by the end of 2024. And as always, RX out. Good vibes only and always.